All right. So I guess it like I don't know what happened, but it like logged off my other stream that I had like scheduled for right now. So let me see if I can get YouTube to do this one, dude. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be working on SHSAT stuff today. I don't know why it won't let me do this event that I had originally scheduled. I don't know. All right, so we got people coming in. Let me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, some people asking for probability. We could do that. Any tips for nervousness on test day? Yeah, I have a I have a tip for that. What's up, Brian? Everybody is going to be nervous who's taking that test. And if they say they're not nervous, they're lying because they're probably just a little bit nervous. So if you're nervous, that's totally fine. Use that energy to like fuel you, right? Like you know going in that you're going to be nervous. So just try to use it the best you can. And once you get into the test and get into your problems, you're going to forget that you're nervous and you're just moving. So, I mean, it's totally reasonable to be nervous. Just don't like think that you're crazy to feel nervous because everybody feels nervous. So just kind of try to accept it and, move on, see what you can do with that. All right. I'm have high anxiety. Okay, awesome. Oh, is it lagging? Was that real? Okay, so let's see what we're gonna work on today. Cool. So let me start with probability because I had a quick question about that. I'll just go over like the basics of it because there will be, I mean, most likely there will be. It's kind of blurry. Let's see if I can clean this off. It's been a minute. I had to like rush from a tutoring session to come over here. All right. Jill. Nice. Leave a like if you're ready to die getting ready for this SHSAT test. Okay. Where did I buy my pens? I buy them at CVS. Yeah. Let's see. All right. How much? So generally these pens are about $1.50 to $2.50 each. They're really good, man. I like these G2s a lot just because they write so smooth and they write really big. Like that's a thick line compared to like some other like crappy pen might do that. It's not nearly as thick, Better for the thing. High quality camera? Are you roasting my camera, dude? My phone, my old iPhone. All right. Yes. Two C's. All right. So just to kind of like, yeah, they're sick. So just to kind of like go over probabilities really quick. If you haven't already, you can check out my website, tylertutor.com. If you have any questions, Tyler Tutor Test Prep. Yeah, and I won't see you tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. So we've been going after it every day, guys. So let me give you like a probability. Your iPhone. No, I think it's just the internet connection I'm on. Tell me if this is better. I'm gonna throw on the Wi-Fi, see if that does it. All right, so just to go over probability, just keep in mind it's what we want over the total. So if there's, boxes and circles, right? And what is the probability we get a box? Well, there's one, two, three boxes, three, and there's how many shapes total? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven shapes total. That's the probability that we're gonna get a box. Now, what if it said, what's the probability you select the box, and then without replacement, you select another box, right? So the way that you do that is that you take the 3 out of 7, you get your box, so this no longer exists, and now, so 3 out of 7, and so now we have a 2 that we want, and out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's out of 6. You multiply them together because it should get harder. It shouldn't get easier. And if you added them, your probability would go up, not down. And so it's harder to get 2 in a row. So this would actually be 6 over 42, and then you could definitely do that to 1/7, and then you're done, right? So cool. Just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, you guys saw that the YouTube was out last night. Isn't that crazy? You can't see. Oh, it got worse. All right. Let me see. You can go over triangles and inequalities. What's up, guys? King of Jackson Heights. So let me know if the quality is still bad. I could keep switching it up, but just let me know. Because some people are saying it's lagging, some people it's not. It's so bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, dudes. So, keep in mind which Best Buy high schools you think are the best. Honestly, it's just where's closest to you, because you don't want a crazy commute. So let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Triangles, inequality. Gel pens are the best. Special ratios of triangles. Okay. Yeah. Really? Still intense lag? Well, let me know if it still stays that way, because I'm put it on the CELI data right now. So basically, what that person's referring to is if you have two similar shapes, right? So this might be on your test. I can't guarantee it, but it might be. And if I say that both of these are similar, and this is 14, and this is 7, and this is 28, what is x, right? So what is x? NYC, Link, Dylan, Allie. Yep. Bang. Perfect. Right? Because you know that this is divided by 2 to get from here to here. So this is also going to be divided by 2, right? So that's generally how you go. Vinny Vin Vince, what's up, man? So yeah, that's basically how it goes down. Help on your test on your website. Oh yeah, I think that's a very similar problem to this one, Wheelie Blocks for sure. All right, cool. So for what? Yep, exactly. Links. It's scaled 2 to 1. So here's another one that we can do. Like for example, let's say that the ratio of dags to gatos is 9 to 4. There are, let's say, 32 gatos in the swimming pool. All right, so here's a question for you guys. Bang. Dang, you guys are on it. 72, 72, 72, 72, 72. Wow, really, really nice. Vinny Vin Mints, you're a little bit off. You might want to check your calculations there. 72, yeah. And so if you think about it, this is like 9 to 4, dags to cats, and there are 32 of these, but we have to keep the ratio the same. So we multiply this by 8, so we got to multiply this by 8. So the only other type of ratio problem you can have is this. I mean, including this, right? You could say there are ratio of trees to people is 31 to 7. Oh man, I don't want to do that in my head. That's really hard. Why did I pick those numbers? Hold on. Why won't it let me? Man, my computer skills right now are like lacking. Hold up. 429. Okay. Okay, here's the question. So there's ratio of trees to people is 31 to 7. There are 114 things, people and trees, in the park. How many trees are there out of this 114 things? So I'm getting some high answers there. I got 493, 490, 515, 493, 21, 93, 93, 93, 21. All right, for the legend here, the ratio of trees to people is 31 to 7. There are 114 total things in the park that includes people and trees. How many trees are there? Now, keep in mind, a lot of people are putting 93, and I think that's probably it. So keep in mind that the ratio of trees to people is 31 to 7. And we know that that combined, when we count them all up, that there's going to be 114 things. Now, this is the reduced ratio. So we don't know how much this was multiplied by. So one way that you can do this is you can figure out like different combinations, but if the reduced ratio is added up, that's 38. So how many of these 38s fit into 114? 3. So you multiply this by 3, and you get 93. Bang. Nice work, guys. So for people that put 21, what I imagine that you did is that you did the T to P like this and put the 31 and the 7. But then to get 21, you multiplied the people by 3 instead of the trees by 3. So just keep in mind what they're asking you here. Yeah, we're talking about trees. You would be right that if there would be 21 people, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you guys asked for probability. You don't understand. Use a purple pen. I'm going to use a purple pen. So let me just go over this problem one more time. So if we have the ratio of trees to people, and that is 31 to 7. Now, this is a reduced ratio. This could be 31 to 7. This could be 62 to 14. We don't know. But one of these unreduced ratios is going to add up eventually to 114. So this will not add up to 114, this adds up to 86. So rather than multiplying this by 2, what if I multiplied it by 3 and I got 93 to 21? Now, this is the same ratio as this and the same ratio as this, it's just unreduced. And if we add this up now, we're going to get our 114. And so we know this must be the unreduced ratio. Bang, we're done. This is how many trees there are, this is how many people there are. Cool. All right, so let me look at a probability problem right here. I'd love to see that. Perfect. All right, so let's look at number 108 together, bros. Leave a like if you cannot wait for the SHSAT. Leave a like if you wish the SHSAT was in a month. Okay, we got Seth coming in with G. We got Despacito going on in the background. Oh yeah, you're grounded into the SHSAT? Dang, that stinks. G. Smash that like button. Minecraftcito. Okay, I know what you're talking about, Tammy. We can do those. I'm gonna stay with the blue pen, Wheelie Blocks. Okay. Seems like everybody is coming in on G. So let's talk about how to do this one. So a sports store is a container of handballs, 5 blue, or 4 blue, 5 red, 8 yellow, 9 white, 11 green. What is the probability it's going to be yellow? Remember, it's what we want over the total. So what we want are these yellow balls, and there's 8 of them. What's the total? This is 9. This is 9, that's 18. Plus 8 is 26. Plus 11 is 37. That's our answer. Chill, chill. Easy, right? Cool. So what if I were to say, let me give you guys a harder probability problem, and let's see how you guys do then. I'm going to take it away so I can write it. Chat amongst yourselves. Okay. So this one is a harder one. But you guys were crushing these problems so much that I figure I could just throw it to you. So here we go, guys. Is Kaplan easy or hard compared to the SHSAT test? So Kaplan generally is pretty average as far as SHSAT is concerned. If anything, it could be a little on the easier side, but it's pretty well scaled. Sometimes they don't have, like, they have extra things in a Kaplan test that they don't have on a SHSAT. Like, for example, Kaplan may ask you for parallelism, which the SHSAT hasn't shown to do that. So as far as Kaplan tests go, that's a pretty average one. You know what I mean? Roar is reeing in the chat. Okay, so we got our first answer coming in. Very nice. I don't know the answer to this off the top of my head, so yeah, I'll wait. This is a harder problem. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes for this one. Barron's test, you know, normally Barron's tests are like a lot harder for the SAT and for the ACT, but for the SHSAT, I haven't looked at their books, but I hear that they're subpar. Like, I hear that they, for the new edition, they just like added a piece of paper into their old book. Like, it's not like solid, you know what I mean? Oh, Vixeno in the house. Chati in the house. Yeah. All right. Those are some OGs joining the chat. So to answer your question, Dory, what I mean by not replacing it is that first grab, if I get that red ball, I'm not going to put it back. So there's no longer 4 red balls in there, or red marbles. There's only 3, because I didn't replace the one that I took out. So no, there aren't still 20. After the first one, there's only 19. And some people have kind of put that into the chat a little bit. So let's go over this. Oh man, I'm gonna make a pizza tonight. I'm so excited. Okay, so how many balls are there total? 20, right? What's up, Ray Gun Monster? So there's 20 total. And how many do we want? We want that 4 red. So for our first grab, this is our probability. Let's say we get what we want, which is what you always should do. Then this 4 red is no longer 4 red. There's only 3 of them because we grabbed one of them. And now there's not 20 balls like was pointed out earlier. I forget who pointed it out. There's only 19. Now let's say we get our red again, right? There's only 2, and there's only 18 left. So you guys are here. If you guys are here, pat yourself on the back, because this means that you understand the technique that is required of you to solve this problem. Let me get some light, better light on here real quick. Nice. Okay. Cool. So one thing I would say before you guys jump into doing the multiplication is see if you can reduce, because these two specifically can reduce. So this could actually just be 1 over 5 times 3 over 19, and this could be 1 over 9. And that might save you some time. So I'm going to do this multiplication I'm actually going to change the order. So I want it to be 1/5 times 1/9 times 3/19, just so I could do this 5 times 9 first, because I know that is 45. So we have 1 over 45 times 3 over 19. Well, we know that the numerator is going to be 3. That's easy. So let's see what it is. 19, 5, 40, 36, 40, 0, 5, 4, 5, 5, 8. So I got 3 over 855. Did I do all my math right, guys? Can this simplify? Maybe, actually. Wow. Oh, wait, 5. Wow. 1 out of 285. Who put that? Good work. Who put that? Let's see. We got 285, Jerry Yang. Oh, is it 1? No, it's 2. You guys were so close. Some of you guys were really close. 285, Mr. Imperfection, Sizzle Bean, Michael Roberts, Lynx. Yeah, Roar. Really nice, guys. Really, really nice. That's good stuff. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, you didn't reduce. That happens. Typos. Yeah. So that's fine. If you didn't simplify, whatever. I mean, because you'll see this and all the answer choices will be like 1 out of 285 and like 2 out of 199. You'll be like, oh, I must have to reduce, right? So if you didn't reduce, no problems. But if you got to this point, that's really great, dudes. Just keep in mind, when probability is like there's more than one grab, probability goes down. If I said you could flip a quarter twice and get 2 heads and win a prize, or flip a quarter once and get 1 head and win a prize, you would definitely pick that, right? So wait, you start with 1 times 2 times 3, right? Why do I start with 4? I start with 4 up here because there's 4 red balls. And keep in mind, probability is what you want over you don't want. And to answer your question, Wheelie Blocks, they will never give you an unreduced and a reduced choice unless the test question specifically says reduce. And then they might throw it as a trap answer, but I've never seen that before. Cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's keep cruising. Number line stuff, math stuff. Oh, this is a really good one. Okay, this one's a hard one, so let's do it. Kevin wants it even harder. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Number 114. This is the last question on the SHSAT. All right, Mr. Imperfection, if you got a question, man, throw it up. All right, Farah, if you got a question, just drop it in the chat, yeah. We're doing 114 here. Okay, so Farah, to answer your question, that's like a common misconception. So when I'm talking about the bonus and then regular and then another bonus, they start counting how many you get correct. And if they were just to count it like this, you get one question correct, that's going to be a bonus question. Two questions, three questions, four questions, five questions, six questions correct. Now it doesn't matter if you go backwards on the test. It doesn't matter if you just randomly pick six questions and get them right. As soon as you get your sixth question right, or in this instance, sixth question, you're starting getting to regular points. Now these are only worth about 3 or 4, when these are worth about 10 or 11. So you keep getting questions right, you keep getting other questions right, you're going out of order, but you get more questions right. You need to get into this top bonus. That's what we're talking about, because then they start getting worth 10 and 11 again. So then you got to keep getting right answers. They don't care what order they're in. They just count the number of right answers you have. Think of it like a stamina bar that's building or something. All right, so let's go into this one. A paste is used to cover a billboard is made by mixing the following ingredients by weight: 4 pounds powder, 3 parts water, 2 parts resin, and 1 part hardener. To cover one billboard requires 30 pounds of this paste. How many to cover 4 billboards? So we know it's going to be 4 parts powder, 3 parts water, 2 parts resin, and 1 part hardener. Now, obviously, it's just not 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds, 1 pound. There's going to be some sort of multiplication here. But to keep the ratio the same, we got to multiply each number by the same one. So what this ends up equaling is 10x, right? So 10x we need to have 30 pounds, so you need to have 3 of these. So to make one billboard, you need 12 of this, you need 9 of that, you need 6 of that, you need 3 of that, and that'll give you the 30 pounds you need to build that one billboard. Now, how many pounds of resin, which is 2 right here, how many pounds of resin for 4 billboards? Well, this is for one billboard, so to do 4 of them, you got to multiply it by 4, 24 in the bank. Cool. Do you guys have any questions about that? So why did I multiply? Because I multiplied because if I were just to take 1 pound or 4 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds, and 1 pound, I'd only get 10 pounds total of the solution. So I have to do 3 times this ingredient, 3 times this ingredient, 3 times this ingredient, 3 times this ingredient, and I'll get the 30 pounds. Yeah? So then that's enough for one billboard. We need 12 parts powder, 9 parts water, 6 parts resin, and 3 parts hardener. And then, so this is for one billboard, and then I just multiplied the resin by 4 because we need 4 billboards. That's how I got to the answer. Yeah, it said parts, but I'm just assuming, what if they were pounds, right? Like, or I mean, generally that's kind of the step I make, but there's other ways to do this, of course. But if they said an ingredient was 4 parts chocolate, 1 part sugar, and you needed 10 pounds of it, you would be working in pounds. You know what I mean? So actually, that's a good example, just for you guys who are a little confused still. If I need 4 parts chocolate and 1 part sugar, right? So, and I need 10 pounds of cookie mix. Well, if I bring, as long as the ratio is the same, that's fine. It needs to be 4 to 1. I could have 400 pounds of chocolate as long as I have 100 pounds of sugar, right? So we just need to figure out what it is. This adds up to 5. And so if I have 2 pounds, I'm multiplying these each by 2 pounds, I'll get 8 pounds chocolate, and I'll get 2 pounds sugar, and that will give me 10 pounds of mix I need to make all the cookies. Basically, that's what I'm going for here. All right. Are worthful questions? So keep in mind, Sizzle Bean, it's the first 7 you get correct. So that could be question 1, 3, 9, 10, doesn't matter. It's questions you get correct that add to your bonus, right? Cool. That is a spicy meatball. Okay. So let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. I don't think we've done this one. 93. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds to work on this one if you haven't already gotten the answer. Remember to have fun. Okay, Tammy thinks it's D. Bro thinks it's D. Changao is back in the room. Kevin thinks it's C. Gamer thinks it's C. Gabrielle thinks it's C. Dory thinks it's D. Okay, Kevin thinks it's D now. D, 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 D. Okay. All right, cool. So let me go over this one now. If you're still working, keep working, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop through this. So we know that ln is 1/8. So we have to figure out how far away n is. And another way to write 1/8 is 2/16. And the reason I did that is because that's in sixteenths. So really what this is 4 and 7/16, right? And so we have to find a number that's in between them. And they all start with 4, so it makes it kind of tough. So how do we get from the fraction to the decimal? Yeah, Legend is exactly right. We just need to do some division. So what is 5 divided by 16? Well, we have to add that decimal point and add in a 0. I think this is going to be 3. Yeah, great. So we know it's going to start with 3, so it's not A. Or actually, it could be. Yeah, it can't be A because A is too low. So then this is going to be a 2. Then we drop it down. Goes into 20 once. Okay, so it's going to be 3.1, so it's not B. Okay, so then we got to find the upper echelon because it's either going to be C or D here. What is 7 divided by 16? Because we're trying to put this in, and this is about 4.31. 0. I think this is going to be 4. I think. 4, 20, 4, 64. Yep, beautiful. So it's going to be 0.4. So that means D is incorrect because D is 0.5, and this is 0.4. That's why our answer is C. Any questions? Yeah, Kevin, your first answer was correct. If you guys are looking, Wheelie Blocks, if you're looking for more ELA work, man, you can download my ELA test section. If you guys haven't already, if you guys aren't aware of it, you go to my website and go to download test section. I have an entire ELA test section with poetry, with old vernacular, with like everything on it. So if you're looking for some extra work, do this. And there's poetry on this. And if you email me your answers, I'll like break you down like an analytic and I'll like tell you what you can work on and stuff, all that good stuff. Yeah, so definitely take a check on there. There's also a diagnostic test you can take on my website if you're like looking for scores right away. They can give you a score right away there. So yeah, definitely check that out. And if you want to download that section and email me your answers, I type up like a really nice kind of like, this is what you need to work on last minute. This is what you should look at. So definitely check that out if you're interested in more ELA work. I consider it the Gucci of test sections. So I mean, it is very nice. I receive it via email. I email it to you within like hours. So you'll get it right away. You don't have to wait in the mail or anything. It shows up via email. And then you just email me back your results and we can get working. All right. But it's easy to do math on these streams, dude, because they're just small. There's no like huge reading prompt and then 20 questions, you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's do rate. Cool, I'll do question 69. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Let's see. Ugh, everything's out of order. Oh, that is actually a tough question. So I'll do a rate question, but I also want to do this one because I think it's a really good one. Thanks, Mango Cool. Good suggestion. So do this question and leave a like when you're done with the question. Just leave a like so I know you're done. Bro. Cheddars. They're cheddars. I'll wait. I'm not done yet. I've got like 2 likes. I don't think, I think people are still working. And I think the people that got the answer really fast, I think they've potentially done this problem before. So I'm going to give you guys time. Galaxy Unicorn, you missed about 40 minutes, bro. But we're still cruising. We're still cruising. Take your time on this one, guys. Loiks. To answer your question, fuck rule. I do private tutoring over a Zoom room, which is like Skype, but it has like a whiteboard and it has like, I can share my computer screen and it has like all these tools. It's just like a free service. All right, cool. So Zanat's actually on it. Wheelie Blocks, I see you, man. It's okay. It's all good, man. So I think what was it? Yeah, Zenat is actually dead on this one. So what is the equation for this? So what I love doing is if I'm given information, I write it out somewhere. So I know that this is 8 and this is 8 and that's 8 and that's 8 because these are all a square, right? And we have a square base, right? Square, right? And then we know that RS is 6. So basically what we have is a triangle that looks like this, where this is 6 and this is 8. So what's the area of this triangle? Well, if you've been following these streams, you remember that it's 1/2 base times height. So what is 1/2 8 times 6? Well, 1/2 8 times 6, that's 1/2 times, uh, gosh, brain fart, 48. So that's going to be 24. So that's the area of one of these triangles. Now there's 4 of these triangles because there's 4 sides, right? So we need to multiply this 24 by 4. Oops, there it is. That's going to be 16. And that's going to be 8, 9. Bang. 96. Now, there is some dudes that got D, you included the base. They're asking to exclude the base. So just be cognizant of that when you're cruising through, okay? All right. Okay, this one is for Wheelie Blocks because he wanted to do rate. Thinks I'm not paying attention to him, but I'm here for you, bro. Number 95, guys. Leave a like when you're done. Yeah. So Kevin L. While other people are working, I'm just going to show you something really quick. So this is a square, or this is a rectangle, and it's length times width, right? And let's just say it's 3 and 2. A triangle is going to be half that. So just keep in mind that if we're doing triangles, it's 1/2 times the length and the width, or the height, whatever. Great, so we're doing number 95. A Rindam in the house. You actually just asked a really important question. Why is additional bolded? Bolded. Why would they do that? Why do they want to point out that the word additional is there? Keep that in mind. If you just joined the stream, we're working on 95. Sizzlebean has a really nice breakdown of why they put additional. If you guys are still a little stuck. Yep, a Rindam, exactly. When is this ending, Brian? I don't know, bro. I guess when I'm just done. I don't know. This is like my last thing of the night. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this one now. Yeah, let me go over it and we can see what's going on with this one. So this is a rate problem, believe it or not. Ryan must read 150 pages for school this weekend. It took him 30 minutes to read the first 20. At this rate, how many additional time will he be needed to finish? So keep in mind, 150 was how many pages he read, but he's already read 20. So how many more pages does he need to read? Only 130. And it takes him 30 minutes to read 20. So every hour he reads 40. So after the first hour, he's got 90 pages left. After the second hour, he has 50 pages left. After the third hour, he has 10 pages left. So we know it's at least 3 hours, so it's not A and it's not D. So is it 1/4 or is it 3/4? Well, if it takes him 30 minutes to read 20 pages, to read half of 20 pages, it should take him half the amount of time. So that's probably only going to take 15 minutes. And 15 minutes out of an hour, 60, is 1/4. Bang. Questions? I will bring back Bolmolio. I will bring back Bolmolio for sure. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. What else do I got here? If you're interested in private tutoring, just send me an email. We can work it out via email. Because it honestly changes during the type of year, like in what type and how many sessions and what type of sessions we need. It's all customized. And Fought Cruel, I think I sent your pops a price breakdown in the email I sent him, so just ask him. Okay. Why isn't it 3/4? Okay, it's not 3/4 because we know that it's at least 3 hours, and she had to do 10 pages left. And if she can, and if she can read 20 pages in 30 minutes, how long is it going to take her to do 10 pages? Well, half of it. So for 10 pages, it's only going to take 15 minutes. And 15 minutes out of 60, or what is 15 minutes for an hour? 1/4. Okay. So let me get the other test out. Oh, I'm missing a page. Oh no. Hold up. Haha, here we go. This one is hard. A good percentage of practice tests. You generally want to be in the 70, 80, 90. Keep in mind that most kids are going to get about a 50% on this test. I know that's crazy to think, but if it's an average difficulty SHSAT, most kids are going to get about a 50%. So just keep that in mind. You need to be shooting for a B. If you're really on it, be shooting for that A. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's do this one. And it's totally normal to be nervous. If you're not nervous, something's wrong with you. Because even if you study, you got to be a little bit nervous because it's a big test, guys. A 600 is pretty good, man. If you got a 600 on the real thing, you could get into any school. What did you ask, Wheelie Blocks? You've been asking a lot of different things, so I don't know what you're referring to. So 520. 520 will get you into most schools. I think you wouldn't be able to get into Queens and you wouldn't be able to get into Stye, but I think any other school you'd get into for 520. Oh, consecutive multiples? This is a consecutive integer problem. I did this one for you, Wheelie. Is 500 good? 500 will get you into a specialized high school, but you might not have your choice. 515. So a lot of the cutoff scores are like 518, 519. So 515 is very close. Yeah, I tutor 8th and ninth grade SHSAT. Stye's cutoff is generally around 589, 590. Yeah, that's a pretty good average. If you're at 83%, that's pretty good. See if you can get it a little bit higher just to be safe. Yeah, exactly. It's like so hard. So many people tell you different things. All I can tell you is what I know from the handbook, and a lot of times I'll just be like, I don't know, just because there's so much unknown because Pearson's doesn't release all the information. All right, let's go through this one. So the least of 5 consecutive integers is L, and the greatest is G. What's the value of this? So here's the quick hack for this one. Variables up here, variables down here. You can pick a number. So let's pick 5 consecutive integers. Let's pick 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what is the value of L plus G, the largest versus the smallest over 2? Well, that would be 7 plus 10 over 2. That would be, I'm sorry, 7 plus 3, I'm a little ahead of myself, over 2. That would be 10 over 2, and that would be 5. So we know that 7 is our L. Which one is 5? Well, 2L would be 14, that's wrong. 3L would be 21, that's wrong. 7 plus 2, oh, what is the value of this in terms of L? The large one? Oh, the least. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not large, it's least. So it'd be 3 is our L. So 2L would be 6, that's still not right, we need 5. 3L would be 18, or I'm sorry, 3L would be, dang, 9, that's not what we need. This would be 5. This would be 8. Not right. Answer C. So you can just pick numbers that work for this, and then you can like make it work for the question that's like in front of you, basically. Cool. All right. Let's see. Oh my God, this one is kind of a weird one. All right, let's give this one a shot. Number 82, bros. And to answer your question, Dory, yes, it would still work if you choose 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It still works. Oh, it's all good, Primal Instinct. We're still cruising, man. We're still cruising. I'm here for you guys. And to answer your question, Roar, it would also work for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zanat, I'm looking for it. Just my pages are out of order, so I haven't found it yet. Is the test in real life harder? So that's a good question, Brian. This is from Pearson's, who will make the test for you guys on Saturday. So it may be a little bit harder than this. It may be a little bit easier than this. We don't know. But this is what they say is a sample. Wheelie Blocks, we'll get to it, man. We'll get to it. There's 42 other people in the stream, bro. Evan seems pretty positive that it's F. Who is Pearson? Pearson is the company that makes the SHSAT, because obviously the city isn't filled with people who have degrees in education, so they hire a company to do it, and Pearson's is the company, and it's spelled like this. Pearsons, I think, right? Yeah, I mean, people can, I don't know why someone would leave a dislike, but whatever. I see you, Bob the Bot Builder, man. I see you, man. It's all good. No, Staten Island's text cutoff is normally lower than Sty's. Pearson. Yeah, that's right. That's the right spelling. Very nice. Yeah, that would be good. Okay. So let's look through this one. If you need more time, just let me know. But I'm actually just going to go through this one because I think it's one that we can knock out. So which of the following numbers has factors that include the smallest factor other than 1 of 91? So what is the smallest factor of 91? What can 91 be divided by, guys? Who knows? What are the factors of 91? 7? Nicely done. Great. So we know that the factors of 91 are 1, 7, 13, and 91 itself. And these are prime numbers, so I know we're good, basically. So which of the following has has factors that include the smallest factor other than 1? Well, other than 1, that's 7. So which of these has a factor of 7? Only one of them. F. That's the answer. Okay. I still can't find it. Where is it? Dude, all my stuff is out of order. Oh, did I make a mistake, Arindam? Did I make a mistake in here? Answer is G. Is it G? The smallest factor? Huh, that's interesting. Well, let's see. Let's see here. That was number 82 on Form A. Nope, it says F. So, no, I think you might be looking at the answer thing for Form B. This is test Form A, bruh. Yeah. Okay. But that's good. If I do make a mistake, call me out, though. That's for sure. Yeah, I think you guys are looking at Form B for your answer sheet, which you shouldn't be looking at the answer sheet at all because you're just doing the math straight up, but that's just me. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are looking at Form B. Stop looking at the answer key. Okay. All Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Don't look at the answer key, guys. I want the answer. Cheddars. Jacob, that's a great point, bro. All right. Do I need to go over this? Do you guys all have this? If anybody needs an explanation for this one, you guys all got F. So is anybody confused? Because I can go over it really quick if you are. Just type confused in all caps. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can do 74 if I can find it. Everything's out of order. So let me just go over this really, really quick because everybody did a really nice job of explaining it in the chat. But if we know it's a 3-to-2 ratio, then we know that the dimensions also need to be 3-to-2. This is not 3-to-2, right? This is not 3-to-2. Okay. And I think this might be 3-to-2. No, I don't think this is 3-to-2 either, because then that'd be 45. No. So the only one that is a 3-to-2 ratio is that. So that's it. Does that make sense? Does that blow your guys' mind? But if you really wanted to do this, the length of width is that, and the perimeter is 510. So we know that 510 is going to be equal to 3x plus 2x. And I think Wheelie Block said this, 3x plus 2x. And we know 510 is going to equal 10x. So they know that this x is going to be 51. So we just need to times both of these by 51. And we're going to get our answer, which is 153 by 102. Cool. Bang. My mindeth has been explodeth. Here we go. Okay, if you got a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I got you. So let's do this one really quick because this one's a weird one and we haven't done it yet. Number 86, please. Leave a like if your mind is blown. I'm trying to find it, Zenat. I just, my stuff's all out of order. There's like hundreds of papers in a stack. I'm looking for it. I don't know. I think I don't know who disliked the video. I don't know. Whoa. Fuck real, chill, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got beef. I don't know. I don't even know why. It's just tutoring. All right, see you, Evan. Yeah, I wish I knew who did, but doesn't matter. We're gonna focus on the positivity, yeah. Okay, so let's go through this one. All right, bros. So this one's actually really tough, and it's the only problem like this in the entire handbook. So they could potentially like not do this, but they could also throw this in there. So it's worth going over. So keep in mind, whenever you see this word per, that means fraction. So what we're talking about here is miles per hour, right? Something to think about. And 1 mile is this many feet, which the following calculations will give this car's speed in feet per second. So what we know we have is 55 miles per 1 hour. That's what this is saying. And we need to get it into feet. So I'm going to take care of this miles first. I'm going to multiply it by 1, but it's not the one you're used to seeing. Because I know for a fact that 528, oh shice, 528, wait, 500, 280 feet is 1 mile. And the reason why we do that is because then we eventually get this 55 mile times 5280 feet over 1 hour times 1 mile. And notice that this mile right here and this mile can then cancel out, because if we have it on the top and the bottom, then we can cancel it out. And so what we get is 55 times 5280 feet over 1 hour. Now, how do we get rid of that hour? Well, we have to multiply it by 1, and I'm going to move it over here. So we have 55 times 5280 feet over 1 hour. So the hour's in the bottom, so we're going to want our hour in the top. And 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? So then we get 55, 5280 all over 1 times 60. And now these hours cancel out. And we're going to get an additional 60. And that's why we end up with F, 3600. Cool? Yeah, exactly. Fuck rule's on it. Fuck rule is on it. Roar is roaring. All right. Yeah, and exactly. A Rindam's on it too. Yeah. Cool. Get off me. Can't guard me. Cannot guard me. All right. Let's see. Cool. So let's do some more. Is there anything... Yeah, man. Is there anything that I could do to... Are there any other, like, any specific types of questions you guys have been looking at that you guys are curious about, that you have questions on? I'm happy to help. 87. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay. I've been, Wheelie Blocks, I've been looking for the consecutive multiple problem. I have not been able to find it. Alright, arrangements, lag. Okay. Yeah, ratio is hard. Yo, Arindam, you never answered my email, man. I sent you an email back yesterday. Oh, the legend is asking about a very specific question that we've done before. See if I can find it. It's a good question. Yeah, the perfect score on my math section is above a 300. 286. That's solid, man. See if you can get it up above that 300 mark. That would be huge. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. I think it's because there's nothing on the screen. It's just whatever. I'm looking for that problem, that Ito problem. Ah, here it is. I finally found it. Okay, guys, here's the question. I don't want the answer right away because that means you're just looking at the answer sheet. So don't like answer it right away. Like actually give this one a shot. This is a hard problem. I'm sorry if there's some lag. I'm gonna see if I can get hooked into my Wi-Fi if that'll fix it. Yeah, so I found the question. I'm coming in. This is for Legend right here. Yeah, so here it goes, guys. 90, please. I'll be. Okay, I'm back. Okay, a lot of people coming. Zane is reading. I don't know. That's not that funny. I don't know why I keep laughing at it. Set up equation, solve for x. Yeah, potentially, Falk rule. You got a good point there, bud. All right, so I'm getting a lot of different answers. So for people who've already submitted their answers, double check your work. Make sure you're correct. Primal instinct is majorly confused. My Wi-Fi seems to not be working. Where does re come from? I don't know. And just people spurging out. I don't know what the exact. I don't know. Got to know your meme, I guess. Nope, the stream's not over. I'm still cruising. There's a couple different questions I didn't get to. There's still some stuff I want to do, but it's just hard to find in this stack. This stack is like all of the tests written all over again. Some are dumb, some aren't. But I can go through this explanation for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go over this one now. So if you're still working, keep on pounding away. If not, I'm just going to show you guys how this one is done. And generally, maybe even the diagram that I give you will help, potentially. I didn't go to school in New York, so I never went to a specialized high school. Although I would, if I could. This question is, I would consider this a percentage style question. So let me just kind of give you guys a diagram for this question really quick. All right. So we know that a large container is partially filled with n liters of water. And then Ito adds 10 to it, and that makes it 60% full. Okay? And then Ignacio, some other dude for some reason, comes and adds 6 liters of water, and that makes it 75% full. So how much is N? Basically, that's what they're asking. That's what this question here kind of asks. So yeah, Roar's actually right. This was on another video that I had done. So one thing to keep in mind is this area right here. Between 60% and 75% is 6 liters. So that means 6 liters equals about 15%. Interesting to note, guys. Interesting to note. And that then means that if we divide both by 3, is that 2 liters equals about 5%. Something to note. So if 2 liters equals 5%, how much percentage did we go up when we added this 10 liters? Well, that means we have to multiply this by 5 and multiply that by 5. That means we went up about 25%. So what is 60% minus that 25% we went up? 35. So that means right here, we're at 35%. Now, how many liters is that? Where did 3 come from? Which 3? Oh, this just comes simplifying, because if 6 liters is 15%, divide both by 3, 2 liters is 5%, right? So that's just something to consider. So now we know at n liters, we're at 35%. So at n liters, we're at 35%. Well, if you realize that every 2 liters is 5%, then how many of this? That'd be 7 of those 5%, or 7 of those 2 liters. So what we're going to get is 14 liters. And that's the answer. E. Cool? Yeah, there should, to answer your question, Jessica, there, in the 8th grade SHSAT, there should be no mixture problems, except for the paste problem that we did earlier that you could check out. Best tutor center. You know, I actually don't have an opinion of that tutor center. Or really any tutor center. I just kind of do my own thing, you know. So Brian, just to re-explain, keep in mind that between here and here, I added 6 liters and I added 15%. So 6 liters is 15%. And then I reduced it, so 2 liters is 5%. And if you times this by 3, it's all good. So then I know that 10 liters is going to be, I don't know, about 25%, because this is times 5 to 10 liters. This will be times 5. And then I get the 25%. I can subtract. And that means that when there was n liters, there's only 35% in there. So yeah, that's basically it. Best tutor center is Bobby Tariq. Yeah, people said that. Okay, 92. Everybody wants to do 92. I'm down for you guys. I'm here to help. I mean, this is all, I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm just here to help you guys out because I just love the fact that you're studying. All right, cool. Let's do number 92, guys. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't feel prepared. That's because it's such a big test. But don't worry about it. Just make sure that you do your best. It's not against the test. You just need to be better than everybody in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. It's been a pleasure. Yes. So to answer your question, Lucy, you do need to know conversions like liters and meters and stuff. Just keep in mind what a milliliter is and what a liter is and what a kiloliter is, that type of stuff. Thanks, Falk Rule. Wheelie Blocks, I'm not going to do your problem in the stream today, but if you want to send me an email, I can help you out. Number 92 here. To answer your question, Lee, I'm not going to be doing... Yeah, I can write my email. Here we go. Teletubetestprep@gmail.com. Okay. Cool. Isn't 2 rectangles equal a square? Fuck rule. Yes. Cool. Awesome. So, one thing you should consider, since, excuse me, it says that S, R, and T are midpoints, which means that this is equal to that, that's equal to that, and that's equal to that, right? So you know that R is in the middle. So if I were to draw this line, I'd be cutting it into four boxes, right? One thing I want you to notice, look at these 2 boxes. Excuse me. They're kind of similar, right? So if I were to swing this one right over here, it would shade in just like that, and it would be 1/4 of this whole thing, right? Another way you could say this is, if this is cut in like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's 2 out of 8, what you're going to get either way is that the shaded region is 1/4 of this square. And we know that the area of a square is length times width, or 6 times 6, 36 in this instance. So what is 1/4 of 36? 9. Bang. Yeah, or you could do divided by 2 and divided by 2 again. That's perfect, Bob. Very nice. All right, let's just do one more problem, man, because I am getting towards the end of this bad boy. So if you guys have, just keep in mind, guys, just one more explanation. I cut it into fourths. This is equal to this, and it would slide over right there and be a 4th. Or you could cut it into 8ths, and only 2 of the 8 would be shaded, aka 1/4. Light work. Nice. All right, dude. So if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling like freaking out, just like know that everybody else is feeling nervous and freaking out too. So you have that to your advantage, because if you feel nervous, look left, look right. They're feeling nervous too. Even if they don't show it, they're feeling nervous because it's a big test, right? So for this, I would say generally just make sure you get enough sleep. That's the biggest one, because if you can get sleep, then man, you would be so good. Your brain will be so good. So if you're looking to send me an email, okay, if you're looking just to practice on stuff, right? And here you can download an ELA section. I highly recommend it because it is a Gucci ELA section. And it will give you a really accurate representation of what you're going to do. You can download the ELA section I built, which has poetry and vernacular. You can take a online test, and this will give you a score right away, but it's only a third, you know what I mean? And yeah, Roar, if you have any ELA questions specifically, Send me an email about it. We'll talk about it. Don't even try to look at the person next to you. Yeah, yeah. Get sleep. I'm serious, guys. You guys are like laughing at it, but I'm for real. Like, get some sleep. You had 3 hours of sleep, Anita. That is not nearly enough. Yeah, we are nearing the end of the stream, Sizzle Beam. The Gucci, the test prep. Yeah, man. Dang, in this thread for sure. So yeah, so here's some things you guys can look at and think about. Like, and guys, if you guys have any questions, shoot me an email. You know what I mean? What's the private tutor thing I use? I use a Zoom classroom. It's like Skype, but it has like a whiteboard and it has like all this stuff. Dude, you got it, Sizzle Bean. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I have a bunch of tutoring sessions, but I'm gonna see if I can get it in. And you guys are like so much better off than people who aren't studying and like going out there. So, because you got the material in your head and stuff and you're doing work. Just keep watching these videos. If you have any questions about any of the videos that I've made, like drop me a comment and I will definitely get back to you guys. If you guys want to like shoot me an email there, or if you go onto my website, check out either of these things, or you can just study because there's a ton of study material on there too. So yeah, man, that's how it's going to work. So I really appreciate everybody coming by the stream tonight. This was a good one, and I hope it helped. And I'm going to be back. Go over the question one more time. Hit me up in the email, Willie Blocks, and I got you personal help, dude. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I will pray for you guys, but you guys don't need it because you guys have been studying. Keep in mind, everybody is nervous. All of my students are nervous because it's a big thing, right? It's a big test. If you weren't nervous, there'd be, at least just a little bit nervous, there'd be something wrong, right? Yeah, I can help you with ninth grade material. Just shoot me an email, Fuck Rule. Just have your pops get back to me and we'll talk about it. But yeah, there's a lot of time left. You have a couple more days, so don't be stressing out. Like I'm definitely gonna be helping you guys out, helping you see you through the process. I'm sure you guys are gonna be awesome. All right. Yeah. Is this the same difficulty as Regents? I don't know. I've never taken Regents. Sometimes I have students who are like, Regents is easy. Sometimes I have students who are like, Regents are really hard. So I don't actually know, but that's a really good question. And Chengao, I will play I will play PUBG after the test is done, not before. Yeah, and so thanks Chengao. That's awesome. Yeah, so some kids think Regions is easy, some think it's harder. Keep in mind, they're trying to get most kids to have a 50% accuracy on the SHSAT. So it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's like a crazy hard test. They're trying to get most people to get an F. So you just need to be smarter than everybody else in your grade. It's, some people say it's 1 out of 10 get it in, some say 1 out of 20. So just think of 10 friends that you're smarter than, and you just need to be smarter than them on test day. It's like, yeah, exactly. Tyler Gaming. 460, you're very close. The first cutoff score is like 480, I think, for Latin. So, you're close, man. Keep pushing, right? All your friends are smarter than me. Well, I mean, think about it. Then you're just in a smart friend group. Maybe all of you guys are going to get in, because it's against all the other eighth graders in the city. There's about, I think there's about 66,000 eighth graders in the city. So if you can be better than 1 out of 10 of them, if you can be 1 out of 10 of them, then you're there. You know what I mean? All right, dudes, I'm going to go make a pizza because I am hungry and it's time. Good job on the stream today. If you guys have questions, drop me here. Guys, I really appreciate all the engagement. Like the videos, like the channel. I really appreciate every like that I get. I really do. Because last year I had like 50 subscribers and now I'm up to 500, which is awesome, but I'm still demonetized, you know what I mean? So all this work is just for you guys. I'm not getting ads, none of that stuff. It's all going to you. So the way you could help me out is by liking or subscribing or picking up my ELA section. All of that is super awesome for support. Yeah, Chengao, great energy, dude. Good luck on everybody. I love that, dude. I hope you get your goals. I hope you reach it. All that stuff, man. All right, dudes. So have a good evening, man. I'll try to get back tomorrow. Be on the lookout for me if I schedule a live stream. Until then, keep studying, keep rocking and rolling, keep your head high, guys. See ya.